About over at Homeland Security, I was delighted to see the CIO and the Science and Technology Organization join forces, put together an early on task force, et cetera. Tell us about what's happening over there, your role, very delicate situation there with so many constituents that you're dealing with, trying to use this technology properly, safely.
So one of the major initiatives that we're focused on that you mentioned is the Department of Homeland Security has stood up its first ever AI task force, which Secretary Mayorkas established in April of this year of 2023, with the goal of advancing the use of artificial intelligence to support critical Homeland Security missions. And as you mentioned, the AI task force is co-led by the Undersecretary for Science and Technology, Dr. Dmitry Kuznetsov, and the DHS Chief Information Officer, Mr. Eric Hyson. So in applying AI to these critical Homeland Security missions, there were 4 priority initiatives that were identified in the memo that stood up the AI task force. The first one is enhancing the integrity of supply chains and the broader trade environment. The second is to leverage AI to counter the flow of fentanyl into the United States through better detection methods and the disruption of criminal networks. Applying AI to digital forensic tools to help identify, locate, and rescue victims of online child sexual exploitation and abuse, and to identify and apprehend the perpetrators. And finally, to work with our partners in government, industry, and academia to assess the impact of AI for our ability to secure critical infrastructure. So this AI task force was stood up in April, as I mentioned, and continues to provide updates and work very diligently to identify the areas where AI can be applied to these mission areas. Part of what the AI task force has started to do is, as we adopt AI within the mission, in September last month, DHS published 2 new policies that established the key principles for responsible use of AI, and to specify how DHS will ensure the use of facial recognition and facial capture technologies and subject to extensive testing and oversight. So these were developed by the AI task force. We're one of only a handful of government agencies that have taken this step, and the first to offer a comprehensive set of guidelines specifically on ethics. So it's Directive 2611, the use of facial recognition and face capture technologies, and it dictates a number of things. First one is that face recognition and face capture technologies will be thoroughly tested to ensure that no unintended biases or disparate impact in accordance to national standards. So that's extremely important for the department. Also, we'll review all existing face recognition and face capture technologies to conduct periodic reviews and testing to ensure that national standards are continued to be met. And will allow U.S. citizens to afford the right to opt out of face recognition for specific non-law enforcement uses. So it prohibits the facial recognition from being used as the sole basis for any law or civil enforcement related actions. And another area that the AI task force is looking at is how to create a better trained workforce at all levels, from the users to the managers, all the way up to senior leadership.